Charlie, or CheesyGMing, as your GM for this adventure, and with me, as always, 4 amazing players. Hello, players. Please say hi.
Hello, it is I, Faye, playing Cal, a Twilight halfling with a Sunshine Rogue personality.
Hello everyone, it is me, Sylvia. I'm back playing our Spinner of Threads witch.
Hi, I'm Bardi, playing Yoti the Geneticist, who will heal way more this session.
Hello, I'm Christoph, and I'll be playing Wind, the sprite ranger with the biggest elk named Fox.
And we are back in a thematical situation as last we left off. Our party started exploring the Wailing Cave, noticing that the wails echo throughout the entire place. As they started walking in, they noticed an area covered in mushrooms, but since they didn't want to get jumped on, they kept going in search for the monster, which quickly after, they did find it, as Wind noticed 2 red eyes looking right at him through the darkness. A huge bat attacked the party, with 2 wailing ghosts the source of the wailing. But the party took them all down with their fastly made teamwork. Now, after the fight, the party catches their breath before starting to heal, exploring the cave and making sense of what has happened so far.
Yeah, I think Cal was still stabbing the bat, like the bat foot, just to make really sure it's 100%, 1000% gonna stay on the ground. Just basically standing there, just stabbing while being, I think, still partially drenched in her own blood. It's fine.
Cal, I'm pretty sure it's dead.
Just needed to make sure because that hurt. It you know?
Miss Cal, yes, that hurt, but also your wounds, they're bleeding. Please stop moving this much.
I mean, I'm wounded anyway, if I move or not.
I can try to help you if you just don't move for like 10 minutes.
That sounds good. Am I, like, do I need to just lay on the floor and not move? Or can I, see if, this bat has giant ears. What if something dropped into them? Maybe that's why I was irritated.
We could have
Cal's
asked it
trying to
before we
climb
killed it.
into the ears of the bat.
I just wants to check if maybe it has a cool gem embedded that is actually a curse or something. I don't know.
That has a piercing that is a gem.
While the others are taking care of Cal, the wailing has completely stopped, right?
Yes. Once you made both spirits disappear, they completely stopped.
All right.
Yeah, I will just hop onto the antlers of Fox and just lay there and take a nap for 20 minutes to refocus.
Oh, no. I will roll with a hero point. I was trying to roll heal wounds and treat wounds that got 11.
Yeah, well, 11 is not going to do any damage, but also not going to heal.
Can I walk around and look
An 18
around
would, though.
while refocusing?
Absolutely. Let me know what directions you're going to, because there's the direction where the bat came from, which is more of the bone area that you can kind of see the edge of. There's where you guys came from, which is the musky, fungusy area. And there's more towards the top.
I'm gonna go back to what we saw earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Since Cal is already looking at the bed and might head further in. I guess since it's
Sounds
dark,
good.
I would cast another light on... I don't know, Starless?
Yeah, you can cast. I think you can cast on
I can
at
have
least
up to 4.
something.
Just a glowing
But then I
owl.
think then that one from Fox will vanish.
No, I can
And
have up to
Yoti
4.
still has light on.
No, Zora said she can have up to 4. So I would say I would
Really?
assume it means you can have more than one.
If you cast the spell while
Interesting.
you already have 4 light spells active, you must choose one of the existing spells. to end.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. Then yeah, you can absolutely cast light on Starless and send Starless a bit further.
Yeah, and then 10 minutes to refocus as well. I guess 20 minutes? I
Absolutely.
can now fully refocus, right? There's no limit on it anymore with the remaster.
I believe you do have a limit of how much? I think it's 2, though.
No, you can
No?
fully refocus to 3.
Oh, great. Amazing. Then I'm wrong and Zora is right. Amazing.
I mean, I
Wait,
guess
so we
however many
take 30
minutes we get.
minutes?
I would do one refocus at first and see then what happens if something interrupts us, basically.
Yeah. Also, Zora didn't get hurt, so Zora didn't need any healing too much.
Yeah.
So
that's
while
why
you
I'm
guys
looking
healed,
around.
Zora moved forward.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then I will
I'm-
cast one heal companion on Fox so that Fox
Yep.
is also full life again.
I'm mostly imagining Yoti like trying to do the bandages while Carl is trying to ever more closely like inch and check the bed for anything cool or like apparently the bones that the bed left of I don't know some meals, and it's just that's how I'm picturing of Yoti just being like, no wait, let me just, and Carl's just like, yes, but I just need to get my hand in there. Okay, the other hand, I'll take the other hand.
Can Zora give me a perception for you and Starless while the others are doing other things, please?
And let me just open the sheet for Starless.
Yoti, you were gonna say?
Yeah, basically, after I did treat wounds, I would also cast Ocean's Balm on myself and on Cal. And Cal, you get 12 more HP.
Very nice.
I am
To Zora. As you're examining the way of the place you have been here before, the fungusy area, you notice 2 things. And I think to make more sense of it, like logic-wise, this would be the situation where you notice this. The first thing is, on the platform, there's like a little bump up of a platform, and you can kind of see above it kind of dry, blighted vines and also like some fungi on the walls. You do see within the vines and the fungi, there is what looks like a doll sitting down on that ledge. It's holding something within its hands as well. But the reason I'm telling you that you notice it just a little bit before is because you realize that there are also a couple of more than just fungi on this area. That if you would get too close to, you might get within the range of attention.
Oh, so as in creatures that look like fungi?
Exactly. They are technically fungi, but just more dangerous
Yeah.
ones.
But kind of reactive ones that might attack me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Basically surrounding where you would see the doll, which is right behind the fungi. Like a doll holding some kind of like a shiny blue thing.
I guess then I would slowly back away, hopefully to not draw their attention. And yeah, not shouting, but like
yeah.
alert the party, kind of like it's like, guys, I believe this cave is not yet fully safe.
I'm also
Like-
gonna say, you're fairly certain that if it can spot you, it did, but you weren't close enough for it to actually react to it. You were around 10 feet of it, and it didn't react to you from 10 feet.
Okay, so they seem stationary at least.
Or at least for now.
For now, yeah.
Cal, you said you were examining the bone area?
Carl would have gone with like while getting, patched up, just if the bat had anything on it, and then afterwards directly to the bone area, because it's like, hey, this seems, if we killed a bat, there shouldn't be, maybe there's baby bats, who knows, maybe can raise a baby giant bat.
What a terrible way to tell you both you killed a mother and take a baby to take care of.
It's the bat distribution system just forced, okay?
Give me a perception, please.
Where's my perception?
Because this is happening while Yoti is healing you. So this is happening while Zora is seeing the other thing around.
Yeah, like Zora, I mean, I'm not sure if she focused first.
I would assume she focused first and then went, but that's up to Zora. Because either way,
Yeah.
you took a couple of, I think you took more than 10 minutes. I believe
I would
30 or
definitely
30
focus
minutes.
first, especially
Yeah.
while Cal was healed. So I get 1 focus point back.
Cal, you find within the bones, a lot of it is just bones. Just what it looks like. You do find within the bones what looks to be like a small nest, but you don't find babies inside it. Nor do you find, I was gonna say eggs, I don't think, bats don't do eggs. You don't find babies inside the nest. You find stuff inside the nest.
I mean, second best thing, right?
Yes. Because I'm sure everyone here wanted to adopt a baby giant bat.
I mean, I would not say no to that.
Yeah, see? Wind is
They are
getting the right
terrifying.
idea of like, hey,
Fine.
if I have a giant elk, can also have a giant bat.
Yeah, Fox needs to play,
And-
buddy.
Yeah,
Fine, I'll get you a giant bat to
better-
adopt.
You know, better transportation.
Ooh, a flying mount.
Yeah.
I understand using every resource at your disposal, but this feels like unnecessary danger.
Just
Is there
adopt
any history? Is there any history of huge bats being pals?
Well, there's a first for everything. Anything? Everything? Everything.
First thing for... sure, yeah, let's go with that. I know phrases.
So,
Anyway, Kyle, you find
there-
some items.
yes, there's 2 unusual objects, and there is unusual liquid, and it's just of I mean, I can take a look and see, what they are, but
I love the duality of like Cal is like treasure and Zora is like danger.
yes.
While you gather that, Cal, you do hear Zora calling back. Basically, we're not done here.
Oh God, are they in danger? Oh no, as fast as my little legs will carry me.
And I guess as
Movie,
I
movie.
see Cal running over, it's like shh. Like they probably noticed us, but also they haven't attacked me. I didn't get close yet.
So,
But
hey, you're really good at like remembering stuff. You know that, right? Like you're really good at stuff. I need to look at my item. Give me 2 seconds. Yes. And
you want me to identify the items?
there is
While you're next
Like-
to the fungi.
no, there's a tattoo on Cal's arm that starts blooming.
I love it.
It's a lilac. It's a lilac, and Zora can, with your next attempt to recall knowledge, you get a +2 status bonus to the check because you have basically. I force you to have vibrant memories in your brain.
Interesting.
I love this
it's
item.
just-
It basically is
Yes.
so beautiful. How does
Yes.
your tattoo look when it activates?
I mean, it's not like shiny or anything. It's just, I think for someone who's never seen, Zora has seen it before, so it's probably not surprised. But for us, it's just, I mean, if a tattoo, it still looks like a tattoo even when it opens up. It doesn't look necessarily magic. It's just like an animation on your arm, of lilac that was closed, opening up really quickly, and being nice and colorful, and Zara just looks weirdly inspired, I guess.
Well then,
Zora, you
I guess
can
I will be
immediately
weirdly
recall knowledge.
inspired. Yeah. To be fair, you want me to use it on the mushrooms, right? Not on the item.
Yes.
Just making
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Here.
it is on the creatures because not all identifying items is a recall knowledge. Only some.
Yeah. I will use nature,
Mhm.
which should also activate my feat if I do not get any information.
in the meantime, can I try to see, using folktale lore, if I recall anything similar to this doll? Because the way you describe it, it seems interesting.
Give me folktale lore on the doll, please. As for Zora, you actually were supposed to roll nature, so that's good. Very fitting. What would you like to know about this thing in front of you?
What are their main characteristics? Like, what are they? Are they aggressive? I don't know. Are they hostile? Would they attack us if we come close? Like, can they move?
You look at this thing in front of you, and you come to the conclusion. Give me one specific, like, main question here, actually. That will, like, focus a little bit on your question.
What type of creature is it?
Okay. This is in something called an umbo. It's a fungus. Now, as for a little bit about the other questions, because just giving you a tag, I think, is a little. It, when it comes to, like, what would it want from you? Is it aggressive? It tends to seek biological matter to turn into food. So as far as it's concerned, you approaching is basically a meal coming closer. As for Yoti's question about the doll, you try to figure out, have you seen something like this before? Any mentioning of dolls that you can kind of fit to this? This doll looks quite shabby, and there are many tales with dolls, right? There are a lot of tales that includes dolls. Some of them are more towards the scary ones, as in, like, dolls starting to move on their own, not to be confused with puppets, which is an ancestry and a different thing completely. But some of the stories about dolls that start to move on their own, some of the stories about dolls trying to replace their owners with their own body, things that are horror-like, but also a lot of stories about dolls that help people grow and become better people. When you look at this doll in front of you, you get to kind of, like, the general assumption, this is not a doll that will come into life, but this is something that's more supposed to give comfort to someone who is holding it. Many dolls like that have sometimes a hidden part in them that you can hide something within.
I guess on that info, Miss Gal would really like to know that info, so there might be something hidden in the doll.
That's really cool. I really think dolls are the creepiest shit in the world. And
All right.
Can we try to get rid of the fungi just from distance? Because I'm pretty sure they see us as food, so if we try and get a doll, yeah, that's not going to end well.
Will they not explode?
You might. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I could just try throwing daggers at them from here.
But if they explode, then they might destroy the doll.
Do you think they really explode?
I don't know.
Do I know anything about exploding? Like
exploding mushrooms?
These kind of mushrooms could theoretically explode.
Please give me your nature roll.
Ah, Nature.
Can I roll a new nature roll on that?
Yes, you can. If you have a different question, it's going to be the same DC. If you have the same question, it's going to be a higher rank. So
no, it's
basically you got
can
the
they
answer
explode?
to yours.
Would they destroy the doll?
Yeah. Okay. Then yes, you can give me that question separately from Cal.
Yeah, that's a 9 on the 8 check, so not helping.
Yes, it's not helping, but it's not harming. So there's at least that. Both Cal and Zora, you're positive this thing will not explode.
It shouldn't. It's a good concern, but they're just fungi.
So I mean, I could just try throwing dagger, my dagger. I mean, I can throw it and it will keep on coming back, and I can just like pew pew. If we want to try that on one, and they see if they move, maybe they don't move, and everything's fine, and we're good.
I mean, just in case, I would Hunter's Mark the one on the lower one. Just
Sounds
if
good.
they start moving that. Yeah, that's up already.
Sounds good.
Can I get my familiar within 15 feet of one of them?
This is already 10 feet from the closest one where you are. So exactly. So a little bit further away would be 15. Perfect.
Yes.
I need to be 10 feet away because otherwise the dagger.
Pascal, if you would like not be in danger, I can just throw lightning from 60 feet.
Before you move, Cal, or I would stop you before you move too close. You shouldn't get too close to them. Like, if you can stay further than 10 feet away.
I mean, then I can't. I mean, yeah, I can take out my short bow, I guess.
Oh no.
I mean, the
Just-
moment we start fighting, I need to fly in there anyway, or I need to run in there anyways. So
If they don't move, I would maybe suggest to just stay back. But I honestly expect them
But I
to
wanna
come closer.
Yes. I'll just see. Okay, I take out my short bow. I go behind him. Just okay. Can you just then not stand in my airline? Thank you, because otherwise,
I guess,
might
but then
graze
I
you
also don't
then.
have a clear sight. Like, I also want to shoot it, you know?
yeah,
Can I stand
let's just
inside
try
of,
it
like,
Fox,
Fox?
move back.
Exactly.
No.
Perfect.
Perfect,
This
that
is
looks
just-
better.
piercing
I
damage.
want
We
you
never
to
know
be here,
what.
but they don't want you to
No.
be here,
Eh.
so it's a them problem, not a you
We
problem.
have Yoti within 25 feet, Starless within 15 feet, Cal within 30 feet to the closest one, Wind within 25 feet to the 20 feet for the closest one, and Zora within 30 feet for the closest one. Sounds good?
Oz.
All right.
If you let me go first, Cal, then I can buff you.
Please roll initiative because they will react to you attacking it because they're not knowing that.
Wait, I need to
As
just
expected.
change perception because I am.
Damn, that's a net 20.
Nice.
Or a total of 29.
Dang.
In that case, Wind, you are the first to act.
You all know that I just basically said if I would go first, I could provide some buffs. But
True. You can all delay after Zora.
you're free to not delay. That's like everyone's up to decide it themselves.
Yeah, I guess I'll just delay.
Okay. First one to delay is Wind. Yoti.
Okay. Chris, do you want to jump in after Yoti or after Zara? Because I could help you with 4 winds to get Fox into the action. Or just, just cast 4 winds so Fox could be closer to where he needs to
I
be.
mean, that would be great if I only need one action for him to move in range.
Okay. I'm going to do 4 winds. So I guess the main person that needs that is Fox. He can move up to half of his speed right now.
Up to half the speed, that's great. Wait, how do I...
Is that immediate? In Yoti's turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then Fox would move like here.
Sounds good. Like behind the boulder.
Behind the wall, yeah, so that he then can flank. I mean, not
Flanking.
with me, but...
And you hunted prey on the lower one, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll try to shoot that with lightning.
Yes, there are 3 of them. Shooting the bottom one. That 21 hits.
Hits for 3 damage.
Does the damage.
Yay. And it's my turn.
I mean, I guess then I would jump in again, because like now we damaged them, so now it's like, yeah, then one action move. second action command animal. So Fox moves here, then uses the
Okay.
support action.
Sounds good. He's flanking with wind.
Is that actual flanking?
Sorry, no. Fox cannot flank
Yeah.
with wind. Wind can flank with Fox.
Can you put me on top of the talk? I can't open, I can't press myself.
Done.
Usually
Usually to switch, you hover above yourself and press Z.
Dead. Oh, okay.
Which is switch between the tokens that is above and
If
below.
you have a German keyboard, it might be the different. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
why?
Yeah.
It's the Y if you have a German keyboard.
Because it's
Sorry.
not linked. It's linked to a position, not to a.
Yes.
So then that's my first attack. That's a 17.
17 off guard hits.
Okay. So that's 19 damage.
19 points of damage. Sounds good.
Then it's frightened 2 because of Fox.
Is Fox scary?
Yes, the support action says the moment it
Oh.
if I deal it damage, it is frightened.
Frightened too. Wow. Okay. Yep. Added.
No, frightened 1.
No. Frightened
Frightened
one.
1.
And then
Beautiful.
my second attack from the overwhelming combination.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Oh, you are off guard. It is off guard. 26 is a crit.
Oh, nice. So that's another 30. And they are combined for the purposes of resistances and vulnerabilities and stuff. So it's 49 damage.
49, you take out a mushroom completely.
Nice.
As you do, it does explode.
You lied, it explodes.
Yeah.
Bro, just when you like, you could have also used your thinking cap.
No.
I mean, you
Both-
didn't help.
Wind and Fox, you are within spores. And I'm gonna need you to give me a fortitude save, both of you.
I'm good at those. Fox is also good at those.
You both succeed as you smell the spores around you and feel them on your skin, kind of absorbing within your body, both you and Fox, as you are not immediately affected by the spores of the mushroom.
That's my turn.
Cal, are you waiting after Zora?
Yeah, I mean, Zora asked me, and I'm, you know,
Yep.
I'm a nice person.
Then Cal is delaying. Zora, that is you. They all rolled below you.
Oh, wow.
They're all beneath us.
All right, then I'll lead off with Nudge Fate on Cal. And from that, since it's a hex, I will put the Familiar of Balanced Luck on the top mushroom and reduce its AC. Great. So Cal has a plus, the mushroom has a minus, and I will also try to take advantage of the minus by casting a needle dart.
Sounds good. 17, which one are you shooting against?
The one with the minus AC.
The one 17 with the minus, and because of the minus does hit.
Amazing. So that will be 10 damage of piercing needles flying at it.
10 points of damage of piercing needles flying at it.
But yes, that is my turn. And you should be able to hit it as much as you want now.
Yes, that leads us to Cal.
Coolio. Like, Cal's just like, thumbs up. And it'll be, I just need to once check with the, because I usually do not use a short bow of, reload 0. Beautiful. That is
Yes.
gorgeous. Gorgeous,
Sure,
gorgeous.
those are great.
And so I will be, you know, shooting a little arrow at the thing. So
A 20 hits.
we're doing some damage.
That's against the
Well-
one that Zora has weakened, right?
Yes, I have targeted the
Oh, yeah.
it.
Thank you.
Um,
You're correct. Sometimes when it targets the same type of creature, it doesn't show me which one until I need to look on the creatures. Like it
yes,
doesn't say
no,
in the
I've-
chat which one.
I thought, that sounds good. And I just directly take out the next arrow, and we'll try to hit it again.
That's a hit.
Beautiful. That is a full 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
And
Is that Cal?
no, I
Or was it
have
only
I
two?
have one more. I have one more attack at me, and I'm like,
Go
yeah,
for
with
it.
that +1.
I mean, worst case scenario.
minus 10
you
map.
miss.
I'm in love with the minus 10 map.
3 map.
Like
Just roll
dagger
high.
would be better,
Just roll high.
but I'm not closer. Yeah, and also I still have. I mean, I didn't. Need...
Just roll high. It's easier than that.
That is just no 20. It's just like so easy. Just because like pulling. Whee! It's like yeah. From this distance, they're so easy. Like they're such beautiful targets.
Players
with their
literally
little
said just
tendrils.
roll high, and you were like, sure.
Not 20.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, she said it. So what else am I supposed to be doing? Then
Oh,
rolling
that's
high.
so beautiful. That is
Yes.
so funny.
27
up.
on the last thing.
It's still alive.
Oh, it's still alive by a bit.
That's
Yeah.
okay. It's just like, aye, sir, ma'am. And that ends the turn.
That means I get to give the one with a single digit HP a turn to scare the shit out of everyone. As its first action, it moves up 20 feet
fast.
towards you. Yep.
I didn't expect the mushroom to go 20 feet.
Nope. You would not. As a second action, it is going to explode in spores. I'm going to need all of you except for Wind and Fox, that includes Starless, to give me a fortitude save, as you're all exposed to the spores.
Nasty.
42. There it is.
Hey, I'm sorry, my cat rolled for me, I think. um,
Cat
yeah,
rolls.
legitimately. Like, it stepped on the...
Good. So good job, Cat, for rolling the correct roll. You did roll the fortitude saving throw.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I would still technically have the nudge fate on me. Because I haven't yet had to use it.
Yeah, it grants you a
True,
+1
and
if it would turn a failure into a success. Or a critical fail into
yeah.
fail.
It would not be relevant here for Cal, so that would not be in effect.
Perfect.
Are these our ending scores? 24 for Yoti, 15 for Zora, 11 for Cal, and 8 for Starless.
I guess so. I don't think I'll use a hero point here.
I'll just...
Everyone except for Yoti fails. None of you... No, actually, Starless critically failed. So,
Ouch.
for all of those who failed, you are taking some poison damage and are stupefied. Which is the worst for Zora more than anything else. For Starless specifically, Starless takes a lot more poison damage. Starless takes 13 points of poison damage and is stupefied 3. It is then also compelled to seek out the nearest mushroom and move towards it. So luckily enough for Starless, it is right next to him. That was 2 actions from our fungus. As a third action, because it's moved and exploded, Starless is right next to it.
So I guess the force movement still made Starless land because they were in the air flying, right?
It is not forced movement. It is now, like, what is compelling Starless from now on is to find the nearest fungi.
Yeah, but
So-
Starless was at least like 10 feet
Ah,
in
in
the
that
air
way, yeah.
hovering.
Then
So
yes,
it would still, like,
on your turn,
land-
basically, it will need to move towards
Okay,
it.
but right now it's not next to the mushroom.
Yeah, not yet. Which would mean that the closest one or the only one within range is actually Yoti in that case. So, as it exploded into spores, one of its odd holes of the mushroom weaves out a kind of tentacle and punches Yoti. Yoti, you take a hit from the tentacles. Take minimum damage, which is 4, but then you still need to give me another fortitude save, as the spores are being forced onto you.
That is fun.
That is fun. Still, you are unaffected by the spores. That leads us to the end of that guy's turn and to the one who is still alive next to Wind and Fox. As its first action, it's going to move 5, 10, 15 feet to be within range of Fox and Wind. It is then going to do the same thing. It is going to explode into spores, where both Fox and Wind are in range. Wind with a success, and Fox with a success, so unaffected by the spores. As a third action, honestly, Fox looks bigger. I think it will make sense for them to go for Fox. Final action, Tentacle trying to punch Fox with a total of 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That is going to be 6 points of damage and another fortitude save from Fox specifically, please.
Another fortitude save from Fox.
Yes, every time you are hit by the fist, you need to re-roll the
That's
fortitude.
a 22.
22 means you are unaffected still by the spores. Back to Yoti.
Okay, considering that these things kind of exploded the last time
They do.
when killed one, I will probably cast 4 winds again. Start with that.
Sounds good.
Specifically to let Kalanzar get out of the range. Also myself, I guess. I also exist.
Half a movement, right?
Yeah, have a moment.
Wait, am I within 30 feet of you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, 25 feet between Yoti and Wind.
That is great. I will step forward then.
And then I'm just gonna throw just a pile of ice at it for bludgeoning damage.
Sounds good.
Yay, 23.
23 is a hit. You deal 5 points of damage, which is more from the 1 HP it had left.
Oh, damn.
God damn it.
It is then exploding again within 10 feet, which I believe would not harm anyone but Starless, who is flying above 10 feet, correct?
And who doesn't look great.
And who doesn't look great. Only one within the range is Starless. So I'm going to need the fortitude save once again to Starless. I hope that does not knock Starless unconscious.
If I want to use a hero point,
You may.
I need to do it before I know if it's a success or a fail, right?
I am sometimes flexible with that. I think it's fine. You would already know that someone failed before in something very close.
Yeah, I
Who
think
rolled
it's
some-
17 or 16.
A
18.
yeah, a
It's-
15 was a
it's
fail
close
and a
around it,
17
right?
was a fail.
Oh, a 17 was also
Yes.
a fail.
Yeah.
And I would likely try to use the hero point. Oh, not grant one. I want to use one.
I can let you know the DC is 18.
Oh, that's even worse.
No.
Starless is not does not have a good fortitude. He's just a tiny bird, a tiny owl. They, she, I don't know.
Now-
They don't have a gender.
They.
Yes, they don't have.
Now,
it's it's sorry.
Your Starless's stupefied does not change. He does take some damage. I don't remember exactly how much HP Starless has. It might be enough to put them down.
I mean, tell me how much damage it is first.
It's gonna be 4d6.
Oh, damn.
What? 46?
Like-
4d6.
Yeah, okay, no.
Oh god.
Is Starless down?
Yes. Because I was hoping
also
to phase
fall
it,
into the
but
crowd.
that is almost its full HP. So,
Would you like to describe what happens when Starless goes down?
he doesn't get like a downside as familiar, right?
He doesn't die, as far as I remember. On familiars, you can resummon it, or your patron grants you a new one or brings back the old one.
Familiars
doesn't
get
die,
death saves.
I'm
Familiars
not
get
familiar
death
with
saves.
No, they
with
don't.
death saves. That's what I'm
Animal
asking.
companions get death saves. Familiars
Yeah.
just disappear.
Familiars disappear because they're granted by the patron, as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not like.
So, I'll tell you what I remember, because I've played a witch for a while. Familiars are granted by the patron, so once they die, they are going back to the patron, meaning they don't do death save, they just disappear, and you cannot summon them back until something happened. I think until like the same
A
day
day
you
of
can summon them
Stomp.
back.
Actually,
Exactly.
I think the next daily preparation is at which you get it back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know,
So
I know. The
basically,
next
Starless
celebration.
would be gone, but you can bring Starless back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I know that I get him back. I was just asking if he does get downsides or not, since Bardi said something and then you said the other. So
I, as far as I remember, they do not get it.
you're the GM, so you have to find a word anyway. But yeah, so I guess as Starless takes a bunch of HP hit points, which I even with my hex I could phase him, even that would not save them. So Starless, it doesn't look like a bird is dying. It's more so like gets a shimmery like silhouette and then just disappears, kind of like as if it was whisked away by magic, kind of. And it has the same look of Zora's spells, that it is like these golden shimmery threads of magic. So yeah,
Absolutely.
the little owl just poofs out of existence.
And with it, the fungi. Yoti, was that all your 3 actions, or do you have any more?
All 3.
All 3. Then 1 down by Yoti, bringing us to wind.
Since I stepped into its space, I don't need to do that now, so I'll just Hunter's Market.
Sounds good.
Then I will give Fox 2 actions, of which he only uses 1 to do the support action. And then I will do the overwhelming combination, starting with a longsword attack.
Are you flanking with Fox? Yes, you are. 17 off guard hits.
Nice. And then it becomes Frightened 1.
Frightened 1 for our fungi. Done.
And then I do... Yeah, that will not hit. You know what? I'll hero point that.
Sure.
That hits. A 20.
A 20 hits. Absolutely.
And then this damage is combined.
I am combining for 35 points of damage in total.
Yep.
Our fungus is still up, though not looking well.
Nice. And that's my turn.
That would lead us back to Cal.
Yes.
Didn't Cal delay until after me? I
Oh,
thought it
sorry,
was
no, back to
permanent.
Zora. You're correct. Back to Zora.
All right. I guess we can talk briefly. So I would shout, like, do you want to move out of its range before I kill it? To like wind?
No, it's fine. I can take it.
I just give like, if you're sure. But I would probably cast another needle darts. I think that's my highest damage cantrip.
Absolutely.
Actually, I would, since first is movement, right? I can do the full movement. It is 60 feet range anyway, but otherwise the wall is kind of in the way. So one step, or like one action to walk forward, and then I cast needle darts.
That is true, you are stupefied, which
Oh,
means
yeah,
you
I
have
forgot.
a DC flat check for all of your spells. First spell has passed the DC flat check. DC 6. So you're good to go.
Great.
21 is a
21.
hit.
Oh, I think I'm targeting the wrong one, but
That's fine.
yes. So that is 21 damage. 21 to hit, and then damage is 44 for another 10. It seems my 44 is like 10.
Is what you needed. How do you want to do this?
From the distance, it's very much a simple spell, a cantrip that she's used to, so she just summons the needles and kind of pierces the mushroom, maybe pinning it to the ground. I don't know.
As you pierce through the mushroom, it explodes once again in spores. One final round of fortitude for Wind and Fox, please.
Yep, I can do that. That's... Oh,
All good.
that's a fail. 17.
A 17
And
is a
that's
fail
for
against a
Fox.
non-frightened mushroom.
Oh, true.
Since this one was frightened, DC 17.
Huge.
Huge. That means both Wind and Fox with a 17 and an 18 do not get any damage. Are you guys all okay except for Starless?
Yeah,
I think so. Me and Cal took some damage, but
I think Wind and Fox are mostly now just sticky as hell.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is
You know,
true.
like just I imagine it's like if you have like heavy pollen from trees, and it's just very intense, and then you're
Oh.
like your bike because it's rained over there. And
Absolutely.
like,
Yeah,
But
it's
with
fine.
that-
I just will sleep outside in the rain
Yeah.
tonight.
I believe
Shower.
they can. If we go to the village, they have tubs where you can. Like,
Nah, I don't do showers.
stuff
I
up.
just sleep outside in the rain.
don't think that works here because it's pretty sure below freezing, so it will be snow.
snowing.
Yes,
Snowing.
it's snowing.
maybe if
Uh,
you
if
just
you-
roll in
Fair
the snow.
point. Fair point.
If you
Oh,
want,
that's
I
such
can
a
make
great
rain
idea.
for you, but
Just
I would pay. I will just roll in the snow a bit.
yeah, that works. Snow is really good at cleaning.
Then with that, we're out of initiative.
so where's that doll that you pointed at? I don't like dolls, but I like potential treasures. Those are like cool stuff.
Right on the top of this thingy, there's some fungi on the wall, and within him there's a doll holding something like a blue shimmering thing.
When we're out of combat, you would see that some mist is creeping up from the... probably coming from Wind and creeping towards... Wait, all of you are hurt. Who is the hurtest?
Probably Fox, actually. Maybe Zora.
I took 4
So
damage.
then creeping towards...
Then
You
never
all are
mind.
missing 4 HP.
Every single one of you is missing. Fox misses 6 HP.
Yeah, Fox misses more.
But he also has more.
Yeah. Well, I can heal
Tank.
2.
I can heal Zora easily, but right now I have a cooldown on myself. I can heal Zora and Fox. I have cooldown on myself and on Cal.
Okay, then
Oh, she
the
won't.
mist creeps toward Yoti and Cal, and both of them regain... Wait, where's my token? Here.
So this is great.
Like that's 10 and 12 healing.
That's so much.
And I will do Ocean Bone first for Fox and second for Zora.
So
And then I'll take a nap.
you know,
Right
Cal
here, right
will
now,
just
she's nice.
climb
Yeah.
up and see what cool things. Oh my god, there's indeed stuff in here, like just holds up. There's next to the unusual door, there's an unusual object and unusual treasure. If you're taking a nap, I would like to, maybe. If it was secret, I think it's gonna be like really cool. If it was hidden away in a secret pouch. So, can I use crafting on it to try to decipher what the unusual treasure is?
The treasure specifically, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I think that is, if it was hidden, it must be the coolest.
This is the first one you would like to do, for the doll.
And then I'll do the object in parallel because I'm like, the doll's shabby, but look at the craftsmanship of this thing.
So there's a magical roll for Yoti, and there's a crafting roll for Cal.
Yes. Yes.
That is fantastic. You both spend some time identifying your item. Yoti, yours is, as you said, not too shabby. It is a rhyme crystal, a spell heart that can give you some cold resistance.
That is great.
Or if you affix it to armor or weapon, it depends on what you do. You can use something else from the thing. So one of them can use cold for your weapon, the other one can give you cold resistance.
I cannot cast a spell, but I guess Zora or Wend could use it.
If you can cast a spell, you can cast the Ray of Frost. As for Cal, this is a doll called Exquisite Surprise. As you do notice, there's a couple of things to this. You can hide something within it. And if you do, it can grant you a +1 item bonus to stealth check made to conceal an item.
Smuggler's doll.
I just have a creepy doll with you. Yeah, can just put some weighted dice in there.
And the compartment is basically very well hidden, so it's very difficult for other people to find exactly where it is, which is why you needed to identify it first.
Yes.
Miss Cal, aren't weighted dice cheating?
Sometimes, you just have to nudge fate
Roll
in your favor.
Yeah, but I thought it was all about trusting in faith.
That is general. But sometimes you have like a real dickhead in front of you, and you just have to make them lose.
Okay,
and it's
I
less
agree with
about
that.
it's less about it's more about no, this person needs to be shown that fate is against them.
I mean, maybe not fate is against them, but you are against them, and they need to be shown their place. People who don't work together in teams are the worst. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, what's that beautiful treasure inside of here?
Now you can try to identify the beautiful treasure inside.
Yes.
As basically Cal learns about the secret compartment and being like, wait a minute, what if there's something already in the secret compartment? You do find something in it. Both of you managed to identify what it is. This is a gem. It's a topaz worth 50 gold pieces.
Hell yes.
Actual
Why are you
loot.
blue?
That's a good question. I did not choose the color of the image.
I think there's also blue. Topaz is one of those.
It's
you
yellow.
Can have of. But I think topaz can have different. A lot of gems can have different colors depending on a lot of weird things. But yes, usually they're golden yellow. I'll just stash things away. We can also give them to I can give them to other people afterwards. I just don't want us to forget them.
Yeah, but how did it wind up here?
Yeah. I think I could actually use that crystal for some healing.
Crystal for some healing? The rhyme crystal?
No, the topaz? It's a semi-precious stone, right?
Yeah, it's a gem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can hold on to it until we decide to sell it, but if we need to treat that...
I put it back into the fungus wall so you can take it out.
Hmm.
'Cause I
But
think
if we need
that's
to
easier.
treat like disease or poison, then I could use the gem to treat it.
Anyone already saying like, hell yeah, that rhyme crystal sounds delish.
It's okay.
Or your weapon maybe wind?
Wind is asleep.
Wind is asleep.
He's just snoring.
I think we
Wind
can
is literally the
distribute
description
this
of you
later.
snooze, you lose.
I would also
You
honestly
can
like a
ask
nap,
him in like 10
so
minutes.
if we... I think we should clear the rest of the cave and maybe head back to the village too.
I mean, yeah.
Something
And-
that Yoti has mentioned before on the thing you just found. How did that thing get here? You don't really have an answer for that at the moment.
Are there any? So there were bones that Cal found, right?
Yeah.
Were these bones humanoid?
I believe Cal only examined it to find if there's anything within it, not what kind of bones they were. So if you would like to go
Yeah.
and examine the bones, you can go back.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I want to know what happened to the people it kidnapped. So
I also want to check like the last corners of the cave if there's anything like hidden.
Yes. So
Oh, and I
let's
need
do
to
it one
recast
part at
light
a
because
time.
Starless is gone.
Yes. Let's do it one part at a time. I'm gonna start with Yoti. Yoti, you can give me a medicine check. Zora, your stupefied will be gone by now.
Oh, great.
You're no longer stupid.
I'm not
No
too
longer
stupid to
stupid.
cast light on myself.
You're looking at the bones, Yoti. There's a combination here. There's bones that look like they belong to humanoids. There's also bone who looks like they belong to beasts. So it kind of checks out with what you have gotten so far is no people has been kidnapped, only cattle, but people have been hurt. You do see signs of that, but you also see here signs of humanoids. As you examine the bones, some of them seem to be actually quite old. Not even like older than a couple of weeks. So there might have been a situation before you came here or before this bat started going toward town that it was attacking a different place altogether. Because there's some of the bones here belong to humanoids and are older than the time it was attacking the town of Zakosa.
and it's older by like a month to not like 10 years, right?
You are unclear about how old they are, but you're positive they are older than at least more than a month or two.
Got it.
Then we have Zora. You are in the innest part of the cave. You can kind of see from where you are most of the cave, if not almost all of the cave that you went through, which is not a massive cave but still big enough to contain a beast like this, seems to be clear right now. You're looking around in one of the edges of it, and you see what seems to be like broken down and rusted equipment. Maybe like a toolkit of some sort, like a very old sword that is already broken. And you're looking around to see if there's anything either worth of value or worth of knowledge. You notice kind of a pattern. Not where the bat was, but deeper in it, deeper in the cave.
This is where the
Of
ghosts
what's-
came from, right?
One of the ghosts came from there, the other one came from the other
Yeah,
way
one
around.
of them came from here, so...
Yes. You notice leaning on the wall. It's kind of hard to notice exactly that it is creating a humanoid body, but now that you're looking at it more closely, there is something that seems to be like a very old rusty armor and a sword and some bones kind of like in a pile, but you can kind of figure out a humanoid figure out of it. I think I'm gonna ask from Zora if you can give me a magical roll, whichever you would choose from the 4. Blind as well. You look towards this kind of position where one of the ghosts came from. And you get an understanding of one of the ghosts you've seen before. Ghosts are usually sight-bound, meaning they are connected to a specific place that is related to their death. What Zora understands now was she sees like a scrumbled skeleton kind of thing that is quite old, is that the ghosts that you fought are not here by mistake. They probably died here. And ghosts like these are usually spirits that did not find any closure in their death. And Zora, you learn that those ghosts will keep appearing back and reforming unless someone can determine why they died and how.
I see. How old is the, like, I guess, body skeleton? Like you said, it's
Give me a
crumbled,
medicine roll
right?
for that. Yes, it's not crumbled as in like crumbled into a pile, not crumbled as in made of dust. If
Yeah.
you want to figure out like age of time, I would say maybe it's gonna be a medicine roll as well for the bones.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
You look at the bones, they are old. Not like something from a couple of months ago. You believe they have been here for a couple of years, if not tens of years. They have been here for a while. Which gives you a very big question mark. What would be the reason they are still here? How did they die and why are they still here?
These
I'm
poor
gonna let
souls.
you know. Yeah, honestly, I think Zora kind of come to the conclusion of like, even if you guys leave, they're gonna keep reforming until someone figures out what has happened to them. I can let you know that at the moment, you do not have enough information to know that.
Yeah, I think we all need a rest, but I think Zora is the type of person to come back and figure that out to hopefully
Yeah.
get these souls to rest in peace.
Absolutely. Anything else anyone else is doing while Yoti and Zora are examining bones and other sizes of the cave?
Yes, Carl would have just I was like, oh, okay, they're looking at things, cool. Plopping her ass down, and you know the other things that I had found in the bones, and just tinkering around because Carl wants to know what they are, if they're cool or not, you know, if it's worth carrying them.
Oh yeah,
or
you didn't examine
not.
them.
Yeah, there's I would probably. I mean, there's 2 unusual objects. Going for those first
Yes.
because with the unusual liquid, you know.
And we said that wind is napping, right?
Yeah. Wind is
Perfect.
sound asleep.
Beautiful. Are we starting with the top object or the bottom object?
We're at top.
Top. Any magical roll, please.
Wait, give me. What am I good at? Hey, come. We're doing religion.
You are currently unable to identify the first item.
Perfect. Then it's like, okay, I'm leaving that for Zora. Just like putting this
Yep.
to like help me figure out what it is. Looking at the other thing.
The object or the liquid? I can tell you in advance, the object is a magical roll, the liquid is a crafting roll.
Hey, like the object just looks cooler, and Cal will still try. You know, maybe I
Sure.
know. Maybe I've got some ideas.
Hey, you
But,
can always
know.
roll. There's a 20 on every die that is, with 20 or above.
Exactly that.
Like we said earlier, just roll high.
Just roll high.
Easy peasy.
I can tell you that sadly you do not know roll high, so you do not know what this is.
Oh no.
Yeah, it just fiddled around. It was just like,
Worth a try.
nah.
It already
also,
got the
also
natural
for Zora.
20. Yeah.
Also for Zora, and then it's just like, okay, liquid, and then just, doing the chemist thing of sniffing at it, like seeing how it moves, how it sludges. Not tasting it, because
Yes,
that
thank
is
you.
dangerous, children. That is very dangerous. Don't drink unidentified liquids.
To all the children who listen to our podcast, don't drink unidentified
Also the adult
liquids.
children. Yes.
I'm a 10-year-old adult. You do identify this thing. Somewhere with the sniffing and the moving it around, Cal realizes that this is something called an eagle eye elixir, lesser version. You have 2 of those, and it can give you a +1 item bonus to perception checks, or +2 when attempting to find secret doors and traps.
Oh, Carlos definitely remembers, like, I remember that smell. Oh yes.
This is for an
that
hour.
stuff is so great. Like, definitely has used it before for like helping with finding treasure. Just like, oh, that stuff is great. That stuff is chef's kiss. And then just, not really wanting to get up, just leans forward, seeing if Zora is still like looking at things, or if I can get Zora's attention, because Carl really wants to know what the hell those objects are.
Zora, Yoti, are you still looking at bones?
Yeah, like, if not even like saying anything, just creeping
They're
over and
dead.
seeing if I can make eye contact, like, hello, hey, hi. Like, just not even saying anything, just like maybe I can make eye contact, but maybe she's also too busy looking at a wall, I guess.
I
Like,
guess
mean,
from your
Carl can't
point
see
of
it from
view,
there.
it looks like I'm just looking
Yes.
at the wall.
Yeah, just staring at a wall, contemplating.
For like 10 minutes, just staring into a wall. All of the identification would have taken 30 minutes while Yoti and Zora has been examining their own things.
I guess
So
if it
now
took 30
they-
minutes, I would like to check in with Yoti. It's like, Miss Yoti,
Absolutely.
how old are those bones in the bat nest, I guess? How old
They
are they?
are. Okay, so some of them are not that old. Most of them are beasts, some are humanoid. Some are way older than the sightings of the beasts that they told us about. So, I guess either it hunted in a different place or it terrorized some different village.
But still-
I don't remember there being anything else.
Doesn't
years ago
align
that's
though, because I believe I found the bodies of the ghosts we faced, but those bones might be tens of years old. So that would not.
Why do you think ghosts didn't harm the bats?
I'm not sure. I guess I would also like to check out the other. Like, I assume it was somewhere down here, the possibly other body of the ghosts.
Yes.
But yeah, like if me and Yoti can maybe do like I don't know, is it a recall
Yeah.
knowledge why the ghosts would not attack the bat?
You can recall knowledge about the ghosts, basically to try to figure out why it might not attack a bat. For that, you can give me, please, a religion or occultism roll.
Oh, I love occultism.
I will give you a folktale lore because I am finding stories. That's the only way information that Yoti has access to, and it's literally just tons of tales retailed by the fire.
Let's go with that. You think about it for a moment. Why didn't the ghost attack the bat? You both come to the same kind of general conclusion. If, for any reason, the bat was the commanding or the ruling one over the ghosts, they would not attack their master. Or, otherwise, if they're not the commanding creatures of the ghosts, they probably share a sort of goal. So either the ghosts are under the were under the commands of the bat, or both the ghosts and the bat shared a sort of goal to not try to harm each other. But clearly, to both of you, it's not a natural thing. Usually, they would not team up and they would harm each other. This is not regular.
Interesting.
How old do bats like these usually grow? Like it's a bat, because if you're looking through the hypotheses of a commanding officer of the ghosts, the bat should be at least as old as the ghost, I would assume.
I think Yoti would know there's the age of bats and there's the age of mutant bats. Since it's a mutant bat, it's not going to be something so aligned with what you would expect. It is very possible this was an ancient mutant bat, which is why it was the, as you say, it commanding officer.
Makes sense.
Also, to get to that size, it has to be old enough to be that size.
Yeah. Needs to eat a lot.
To Zora's question, you do see another kind of like piled up skeleton where the other one would have appeared. I can let you know in advance, similar to the other one, around tens of years here. And very old, very rusted, nothing to salve from it. Already, like, whatever has been able to be salvaged is no longer salvageable. But
Yeah,
fitting to the other...
Pointed out
ghosts.
to Yoti and muse about it and think about it, even if we don't come to a conclusion right away.
I think at this
I know what you
point,
remember.
Wind would wake up and be confused why we're still in the cage. Cave?
The
Not
cage.
I
but
did
I
not
guess
cage any of the characters, I promise.
Yes.
cage fight.
I mean, if Zora would have in between started walking like basically away from the one spot, Kat would have definitely at some point just probably after like not being able to identify the first two things, just be like, Zora, these are magic.
I will take a look
What do they
shortly.
do?
Can we maybe travel back to town first?
But what do they do?
What do?
These two. So, you know, we found some really cool things. At like this, these are, for example, really cool elixirs. Like, they're so great. But these two, they're like magic and, you know, I'm not that magical.
I mean, I know it's
So it's
some
really
magic.
hard to like. It's
If we
hard
have
to
10 minutes, I
like
can
see
take a
what they
look at
do.
it.
Please do. I
If
want
the
to know
others
what
have
they
still
do.
some things to do.
I think we're mostly done here, so... Like I said, I would love to head back
I
to
mean,
town and
you're-
identify them, if you can wait until then, Cal.
I mean, you're on Fox. I mean, you can look at things, right? While you're on Fox, you don't have to, you know, walk.
Can I do that?
Carl's just like Carl is trying to be like,
I want to
just
know now!
like, you know, like, yeah, I want to know what it does.
Amazing.
I know if it's cool. Or
Would,
people
would I
like,
be
"Wait,
allowed to, like... Okay.
And I can tell you why. You do not have any feat that allows you and Fox to ride Fox without using an action for each of you, correct?
But Fox has, like, the right tag.
Irrelevant. You still need to use an
Really?
action. Exploration activities specifically specify that you need to have all three actions for that, which is identifying.
Interesting.
I'm positive there's like a more specific pronunciation or like explanation to why precisely, but I do know that like both you need to use an action for the writing.
But what does the mount...
I think it just makes you to be able to write it, but it doesn't let you do that without the action.
Interesting.
So can I continue just arguing in favor of that we could potentially identify one of those, because Wind was not necessarily sleeping for the full half an hour, and I was first taking the objects and not being able to identify them. And in those 10 minutes that I was identifying the Eagle Eye elixir, maybe Wind could have identified one.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, lawyering.
Hearing that, yes, he probably would go to Miss Sarah and be like, Miss Sarah, do you understand correctly that patience is not one of Miss Call's virtues?
What? I don't think that's hard to miss, is it?
What, Cal? Patient? No.
I can be patient in the right things. This is not something where I need to be patient. This is here I can have instant gratification.
You probably don't hear us.
Yes, that would make sense.
Like-
They're both behind the rock.
No. I think she tends to get excited about things, which, is fine.
It's good to be excited.
Exactly.
I like being excited.
But honestly, I
Which
think
item? Sorry.
both of, all of us are exhausted at this point, so I would still vote for heading back. Let's see where they're at.
I want to sleep.
Which item
I
would you
would-
guys like me to identify, to open? For
The not
identification?
L1.
The
Whichever
not
one
L1.
Cal hands me.
This is the one Cal
Yes.
hands you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think religion or nature would be better, Cal?
So I tried to discern it with my knowledge of religion, and that didn't work. So I'm
So
guessing nature.
That makes sense.
That's how we deduce it.
When you do identify this,
Ooh.
this is something called prismatic dust. It is a consumable. It has some funsies about light and, well, changing of it.
Oh, it's cute.
So
It's a
that
fancy-
that is party. This is for raving.
Party as in
Amazing.
party, not party as in group.
Yes, party as in fiesta. Dancing
Dance and revelry.
in lights and just being enjoying the music.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay, we look at the other thing when we're in a tavern. Okay.
Didn't
Okay,
you
so hurry up.
complain
Okay,
when you
everyone.
walked here that you were so tired?
Yes, and I'm still gonna be tired, and 10 minutes are not gonna make the difference. So now, everyone, we're walking fast. The faster we're at the tavern, the quicker we know what it is.
Why do I hear combat music?
You're not hearing combat music, actually. I'm not even joking. You hear my mood shift music.
Oh, why do I hear music?
Well, as you guys are approaching the entrance of the cave, I'm gonna ask for a perception roll from everyone.
Not terrifying at all.
Perception secret. No, but it's am I failing a check?
You are failing a check.
Let me re-roll that. I will have to roll. Must use the new one.
Okay. And you do not know if the
Roll
new one
and-
is a fail or not, right?
Yeah. Because I can just do it once per day. You roll and keep the new result. Yes, that's the. But I mean,
Okay.
I do know that I failed before, so I can't. It's cannot really get that much worse.
As you're all walking out, kind of chatting and picking up theories to what you might have found, you all come out to see Blake waiting for you. And as you approach out of the cave, he shoots an arrow towards you. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
What a little wanker! Just a little fucking wanker.
Damn.
He's so dead. He's so dead to me.
I mean, he shoots an
you're
arrow,
not
but
so-
as we already know, he will not hit any of them.
Yes. He
I
can't
got
hit.
hits! I got hit!
Okay. Yeah, you're a very large target, okay? You are very
Fox
big.
didn't get hit. I think he has some vendetta against me. I don't
Maybe he's a really bad hunter. Or maybe he's a vegetarian. And he's
Wait, what?
I'm not hurting an elk, but yes. A
But
humanoid.
Pretty
How
sure
about
that
meat
human
is
also
fine?
count as meat
Yeah,
and
but that
are
is
not
I mean, no, he would
vegetarian.
have thought that with an elk that was for hunting meat, and I mean, I hope Blake is not a cannibal.
Who knows? With how she shoots, who knows?
How she shoots, who knows if he's a cannibal?
If you're vegetarian, it's not fine to eat animal, but it's fine to kill humans.
Some people do have that kind of mindset, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Good to know.
It exists. I'm not gonna say it doesn't.
Humans kind of live to not be the part of like
The food chain.
the food chain, and so it's okay.
But yeah, finish the cave. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Why does he shoot us?
Because he's a dick.
I have an inkling what's happening here, and I don't like it.
Will he survive?
You're gonna have to wait for next time.
Maybe there's again ghosts behind us. Who knows? We don't know how fast they reform. Maybe they just need like an hour. I don't know.
But yeah, we're gonna end the session on that note of what the fuck is Blake doing? Why is he shooting at you? But also, what's the deal with the ghosts? And of course, what's the item you did not get to identify?
Yes. See,
The most important one.
You should have taken 10 more minutes.
Yes, this is me telling you should have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it would have to wait until next time.
Thank you very much for playing. And thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. And see
Thank
you
you.
the next time.
Bye-bye.
See
next
you.
time.
Bye.
Bye. Of Dice and Dinner uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. That's paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Of Dice and Dinner is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. Content in the short adventures played by Of Dice and Dinner are not canon, nor were they endorsed or approved by Paizo. If you would like to reach out to us in social media, you can find us in Blue Sky with Of Dice and Dinner Blue Sky, or in our email address, ofdiceanddinnerpodcast@gmail.com.